Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Franny and I am one half of the Indecisive Readers. Today I'm here to tell you that I am also a feminist. If you are not new to this channel, that probably won't come as a surprise. I have done multiple videos on feminism and I often talk about feminism, but there we go, I'm wearing one of my feminist tops today to show it. So what's my personal brand of feminism? Sometimes it feels like my brand of feminism is kind of based on laziness. I don't really shave my legs, one because I don't care, but two because I'm lazy. I also don't tend to wear a lot of makeup, one because I can't do it, and two because I just don't look in the mirror if I've not got makeup on. I feel quite strongly towards a lot of feminist issues, but aren't always vocal on them because I'm quite shy, and I know I need to be more educated on the non-white kind of side of feminism. I know that there is a pay gap obviously, but I also know that there are bigger problems across the world, and I'm always looking to build up my knowledge of those so I can be a better ally and use my somewhat privilege to help those around me that are less so. Today I would like to introduce you to a feminist book club I really wanted to start up, and it is called Tits, Dicks and Feminist Bits. I started up this book club because I tend to read feminist fiction anyway, feminist fiction, but I want to read more feminist non-fiction, and I just thought it might be fun if I had other people to join in with. I tried to look for some that already existed but couldn't seem to find many, which surprised me. I don't know whether it's because, not that feminism's not mainstream, but feminism is now more talked about and isn't less of an issue but is less of a white person issue, and so maybe people don't feel the need for it anymore. But I would definitely like to still read about it, and definitely do still read about it, and so feel like I'd like more people to talk about the books I'm reading with. I've decided to call it Tits, Dicks and Feminist Bits because I didn't want it to be kind of too closed-minded. I didn't want it to just be like a girls club or a girl power club, because feminism isn't just about girls, it's about guys as much, or a certain kind of guy, certain feelings towards guys, and also just non-binary people, so not just kind of fitting in the genders. So I've tried to come up with a name that was less gendered, or less exclusive was the word I was looking for. I'm hoping this book club can be as much yours as it is mine, so I'm actually going to link down below a Google form where you can make suggestions about books and themes you want to read or learn more about. Every month I'm hoping to come up with a book that I'm going to read, and if you want to join in you can read those, but like I said, I'd quite like to have some feedback about which books you'd like to read. Once I know what the book is, I will choose a theme, or like vice versa. And if you don't want to read that book, or have already read that book, or don't want to read something in that genre, there will be other suggestions to read. That being said, I don't plan on it just being non-fiction. I would like to read across a range of genres, because feminists don't just exist in non-fiction, they exist in fantasy, in horror, in sci-fi, in romance, so I'd quite like to explore that too. Also down below I have a link to a Discord chat. I may or may not take this out because I'm coming up with a feminist group, and I feel like every feminist video I've had before has been hit by trolls, and I don't want the Discord chat to be hit by trolls as well. So if it's not in the description, just message me privately on one of the social media links I have linked down below and I will send it to you, because yeah, I do not want to have to deal with misogynistic dicks all the time. At the end of every month I'm hoping to film a video with my thoughts on the book of the month, and then if there's something else people want me to do, whether it's a discussion online, on Twitter, on Instagram, just let me know in the comments, let me know on the forum, and I will try and sort it out for you. So now seems the time to announce the first book. The first book I'm planning on reading is Period by Emma Barnett. This is a non-fiction book about periods. I feel very strongly about periods as a woman. I feel like we should talk about them more, and we should not shy away from talking them, and that's therefore what this book is about. It's about how we call it anti-flow, we call it Shark Week, but we don't actually say period and menstruation. I think it also talks about period poverty, I don't know, but I've been meaning to read it for about a year, and funnily actually a man brought it to my attention. My partner Sam brought it to my attention, and he's the one who physically has it. I have an e-arc from NetGalley. I actually can't suggest any other books about periods because they just don't seem to exist. There are lots of non-fiction, but I wanted to come up with kind of some fiction ones, but it seems like periods aren't really spoken about in a fiction sense, I suppose because you don't have to. But there are lots of non-fiction ones, so where I can find a list I will definitely link that down below. So if you have read this already or don't fancy reading this one and fancy reading something else, you can choose from one of those. I believe there is Blood Moon by Lucy Cuthew, which came out recently. I don't know what it's about, but all the marketing around it has been very period based. And also A Diary of a Confused Feminist. The Diary of a Confused Feminist by Kate Weston, I think has spoken about periods quite explicitly because, again, the marketing had a moon cup. I could talk about my thoughts on periods here, but yeah, I'm going to save that for my actual discussion. Just know that I think we should talk about them more. I feel very strongly about reusable period products. I am using some now. I could say TMI, but that doesn't seem like the point of the video. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing some of you join in, hopefully read the book with me. I know it's available on Script as an audiobook, I think. And I think from Amazon UK you can get the ebook for $4.99. But yeah, I'm just really excited to read it, and I hope some of you are going to join in with me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Please let me know if you're going to join in. I hope at least one person will. Go on the Google form and make some suggestions to me. Like I said, I'm hoping this will be as much your club as it is mine, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!